Hey guys, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have some project shares for Scrap Diva Designs. These are projects made with some of the dies from the June release. In my description box, there's always a referral link. If you click on that and place an order at scrapdivadesigns.com, I do get a commission. So thank you to everybody who used that. Doesn't change your cost at all. And don't forget to use my coupon code at checkout, which is Strawberry Cream, and that will save you 10%. All right, so as you've probably seen already, most of the dies from the June release are celebration and birthday related, which is wonderful because people need birthday projects all year round. So if you don't have holidays to work on this month, now's a perfect time to get going on your birthday stash. And that's what I've been doing, and I'm really happy to have some birthday cards and other projects ready to go when I need them. So let me show you what I made. I will show you the dies, of course, take some measurements. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll try to get back to you or try to give you the correct answer. All right, so I thought I would start with some of the collections that I've used to make these projects. This one I picked up pretty recently from scrapbook.com. This is the birthday pattern collection. This one has, I think they're 6x8, yeah, 6x8 papers. So love these papers. They really come in handy for birthday projects. I also use this. This is an older one from Pebbles. It's called Happy Hooray. This one came out in 2018. So I have a couple paper pads of this because it's just so versatile. I think the colors go for, boys or girls. And then I also use this one. This is a newer one from Pebbles called Happy Cake Day, and this one came out in 2019, so not much newer. This one is a little bit more, I don't know, pinky, I guess, but still I love it. I love the animals on it. And I kind of mix and matched all these different collections for these projects. All right, so let me get the dies out. Oh, little card just popped out. So these are the dies that we're going to showcase today. The first one is called the Fringed Birthday Balloons. And this is a great set because you can make fringed balloons or you can just make regular balloons. It comes with 3 different sizes of the base balloons. And you can see there's stitching detail on the inside, a small, medium, and large, and then there's embossing for where the balloon ties. So really nice details. And then these are the fringe pieces, one for each of the different sizes. But you can cut them multiple times and just cut the fringe across, in staggered layers, so then you can stack them up onto your base piece and you can have as many layers as you want. So it's nice to see different patterns or different kinds of paper peeking out. So I did some fringes and I did some, plain balloons as well. So I just wanted to show you that first. And then another die set we're going to be using for a lot of these, I think actually all of the projects, is this one. And this one is the Party Words. So it's really nice to have birthday sentiments, and there are different fonts in this too, which I think is really cool. So this one comes with Happy and Birthday. I used that several times. It comes with shadows as well. There's also Make a Wish, which is really nice for candle or birthday cake kind of theme cards or, layouts, whatever. Here's one that says Party in block script, Party in script. This is not script. Block print, sorry, that's script. This one says Hooray with an exclamation point in script. This one says Celebrate, Happy Day, and Hooray in the block print too. So really nice to have all of these, and I'm sure, like those you can use every single one of them for different occasions. All right, so I showed you those. I'm going to show you the main die for this first project, which is this one, and this is called the 3D gift box. I should have had these out of the package beforehand. Sorry about that. But this one comes with all of these different dies. So it might look intimidating when you first see these, but it comes together really, really fast. You only need one piece of each or one die cut of each. So this is the main die and it folds here. So this forms the bottom of the die and this forms the front. And then it has a back panel here, right there with the glue flaps or glue tabs. And then there are 2 side pieces, one for each side. And then there are layering pieces. And then there is also, which I think is great, these like labels that are scalloped, an oval and a circle, and then layering pieces for those which are stitched. So all the layering pieces are stitched. We love that. And it makes a really nice size little gift box, a very interesting shape too. So let me show you this first project. This is how it came out. And isn't that a cool shape? It's kind of like a French fry box, but it has this extra panel here, which I think is really cool, and it makes it so much wider inside. So I used all those different die sets I showed you at first. Here's the fringe balloon. And for the top layer here, I wanted to try it on some faux leather. So this is some faux leather I got from Allie quite a while ago, and it cut okay. I had to go in with my small scissors and just kind of finish cutting the fringes. No big deal, but just wanted to make you aware. I did use a precision plate on my die cutting machine, and I ran it through several times and then even turned it over within the plates and then ran it through that way too. So it didn't, cut cleanly the fringes, but it's it definitely cut some of it, so it was easy to just go in and finish it with the scissors. So that's an option to change the texture of your balloon. It cut out the rounded part fine, so that was really good. So anyway, I used that for the one layer. The layer beneath that, I used some white holographic paper, and I used my pinking shears to cut across the fringe part. I just wanted to give it a different kind of edge instead of just a flat edge. And it came out really well, I think. So I think you can use any of your decorative scissors. You just want to kind of make sure you hold all the fringes together and just do one clean cut and don't, snip along. You want your scissor blades to be long enough so you can cut the whole thing at once. So that's what I did. And yeah, so I just used those two layers there. The base layer is just a pink paper, and I used a little metallic silver pen right there on the tie. And for this part here, this string doesn't come with the die set, but if you have something that has balloons already, like this one, this is an older release, not too old, but I think it was just last month or the month before. This is the Market Stand mini album, and this has some balloons in it as well, like heart-shaped balloons. Is there a regular balloon in there? There probably is. But anyway, there are a few different balloon strings, as you can see right there. So I used that, cut that out of some silver paper, and just tape that or glue that under the balloon right there. And this is the large balloon. So let me measure that for you. And you can see the word party there. That comes from the Party Words die set. The balloon is about 2 3/4 inches top to bottom, and then side to side it's about 2 inches. So a really nice size for the large one. So yeah, I cut the word party. That is some pink glitter paper, and just did the shadow with some pattern paper from one of the collections that I was using. And I think that balloon is a really nice embellishment. For the box itself, I used some yellow AC cardstock to construct it. Came together really, really well and very easily. I used double-sided tape to hold everything together. And then I did layering pieces on the outside and on the inside. As you could see, you don't need to do them on the inside, but I think since it's such an open box, it looks really nice to have layering pieces on the inside. So I went along with that. And also if you attach them after you glue everything together, it covers up the glue flaps. So I like that about it too. And then I used that oval label from the die set on the back with the layering piece. And this heart comes from that Market Stand album, or Market Stand mini album as well. I just wanted a little embellishment there, and that heart was the perfect size. So how cute is this, right? All right, let me get some measurements for you. The back, well, I'll measure the back because that'll measure the height. It's about, looks like a cat hair there, sorry. I don't know how that got there. It's about 4 3/4 top to bottom. And then, let's see, depth-wise, it is 2 5/8. And then side to side, well, that's the depth. So what else is there? This way, I guess, right? That is about 4 inches. So yeah, really, really cute box. You could put so much in here. It will hold a lot. Let me see. I brought some trim samples over so you could see. I just had these in my stash already, so I thought, something that would be nice to gift your crafty friends, or some trim samples, right? Everybody loves those. So let me just put those in there, and I'll just show you how many you could fit. So there are 5, what do you call those? Bobbins, I think, or just spools, I don't know. But anyway, I have trim wound around them and just filed away in a photo box. So I just grabbed some, and you can see how nicely they'd look in there. Maybe not these exact colors, but maybe this one would look better in the front. But you could tie that up with some acetate or put it in a you know, or cellophane actually, or put it in a clear bag and tie it on the top. And what a nice gift that would be, right? So yeah, I'd love this. This is such a great size, this box. It'll fill, you know, it'll hold a lot of things. All right, so that is the first project. Let's move on to the next one. All right, the next one is this wonderful set, which is called the Party Hat Mini Album. Obviously, you can make a mini album with it, but I decided to go ahead and make a card because I do want to send out some birthday cards coming up. Let me get this out. All right, struggling there for a second. Okay, so this is the main die here, and you can use this for the base of your card. I'll show you it, how I have it hinged, but I was planning to use this as the hinge for my card, but I kind of cut it like right here, so it would just be a small hinge, but then I couldn't open it without the pom-pom getting in the way. So if you want to use this for a hinge of a card, use the whole thing so it'll open all the way. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll try to show you on the card that I made. Anyway, that's the base piece. Here's another layering piece, and then this piece is cool. This cuts out this shape, but it also cuts out the circles on the inside. So you can make a plate to go over your party hat to show paper underneath, or make it into a shaker, which is what I did. It's not made for a shaker, but you know, if you're willing, you can find a way to make something into a shaker. And here's a layering piece for the brim of the hat, and then here's one for the pom-pom of the hat, and then here's a happy face if you want to use that too. I did cut it out, but I didn't use it because the papers and everything I used were a little bit too busy, so it didn't look right, so I left it off. So let me show you the card that I made, and I think it's so cute and cheerful. And you'll notice that I used some of the other die sets that we just discussed, but let me show you the card itself at first. So like I said, I didn't do the hinge on the side because if I opened it that way, this pom-pom part would get in the way of the hinge, so it didn't work. So I added a hinge on the top, and what I did was I took a hinge from this die set, the 3D wallet, and I keep this one out because I always use this or the bigger one. So this is like a spine piece if you want to, you know, make pages in a mini album or something like that. But I find it works great for like a hinge on cards, so it scores right in those places. So when you put it in between two different layers, see, I glued it right there, but I cut it out with the die as well, so it would be the shape of the pom-pom here. So I'm not sure if that makes sense, but you could see the line here, and there's one here, and that's how it holds together. I did put a layering piece on over the hinge on the inside of the card, so you wouldn't see it. So anyway, that's the inside of the card. While we're here, and I wrote, or I cut out happy birthday from the party word set out of some holographic paper and just put that on one of the pretty pattern papers from that collection, just a simple sentiment on the inside. And on the outside, I used Hooray from Party Words, and I did pop that up on some foam board from Walmart, and I cut Hooray out of some yellow glitter foam from Hobby Lobby. And then the balloons are from the fringe balloon set. And I didn't use the fringe part, as you could see. I just used, I think this is the small size of the balloon, and I cut that out of pattern paper, the glitter foam, and a piece of vellum too. I always like to use vellum when I'm making balloon projects. You just have to kind of cover up where you're glued pretty much. So that's what I did there. And I made it into a shaker. It's kind of, well, I'm trying to think of how to describe it, but I cut the pink part out with this die, this frame part here, and then I took the middle die and taped it inside that paper, and cut that out, and then it made a frame. And I did the same thing with my foam board to make a frame for my shaker. And then I just went from there. I cut out this part with, not this one, I cut this out from this paper that has party hats on it. I think it went perfectly well with the theme of this project, and I filled it up with some like birthday kind of shaker bits. The acetate I used has little holographic circles on it just to add to the fun. I used the strings again from that Market Stand mini album for the balloons, and I doubled up on the trim of the party hat just to give it a couple different colors and a little bit more interest, I thought. So lots of fun papers and you know, elements, I think. The balloons, I think, just add such a nice touch to the top of this card. Let me measure this for you. It's a nice big size. This is about 7 1/4 inches from top to bottom. From side to side, it's about 5 3/4 inches. And yeah, so if anybody wants me to show you how to make this into a shaker, just let me know. I'd be happy to do that. But yeah, so I wanted to make it into a shaker because when I sent birthday cards to my family, they expect shakers at this point, to tell you the truth. So I don't want to disappoint them. So yeah, that's my card. I hope you like it. I hope whoever gets it, if it's someone in my family, appreciates the shakerness of it. All right, so let's see. Oh, this is another balloon that I made. I just had this left over, so I wanted to show it to you. This is a larger one, and I used holographic paper for the fringe, pretty pattern paper for the top one, party from the party words, and I cut it out twice and offset it so you'd see a little shadow, and I did cut it out of some pink foam too, so it would mount the whole thing up. And yeah, I'll have that set for another project. So there's that. All right, let's get on to our last project. This one I used a bunch of the different dies too, but the main die is this. This is the Star Slimline card. And I love slimline cards. You can make them vertically oriented or horizontal. I like the fact that you could do it vertical because a lot of times the elements that you're using for cards are designed for horizontal cards, so it's nice to have a vertical card. And for the balloons, I thought this would be a perfect background for that. So I used this, and let me show you the card that I made. I think it came out so cute. Now this is not a shaker, but hopefully whoever gets it likes it. So yeah, so I used, look at that pretty plate there, the stars. I cut that out of some pale blue AC cardstock, and I use that for the background too. Only because you can use a different color for the backgrounds, but with all I had going on in the front of this card, it just looked too busy. And I did try it with like a yellow foreground and a blue background, but it was just too much. So I went back to just a tonal background there, and I think it looks really good. And then I cut out a yellow border from the same dies to use for the edge, and then the card base I used some like bright red cardstock, and they're all AC cardstock, so they have similar textures, so they coordinate. And then I used the different fringe balloon dies. This one I used, I think it was just the medium and small dies to make these, and some of them I made 4 layers, some of them I made 2 layers. So like this small balloon has just 2 layers of fringe on it. This one has 3 layers. One of them is vellum. This one has 2 layers, and then this one has 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. So I just kind of went crazy on that one, and I think it looks really, really cute. And then I tied string, different colors of twine all around the base of each balloon, and just kind of let them go down at the bottom, and tied them together with a coordinating piece of twine. And then I mounted Happy Birthday on top of those, also from the party word set, of course, and I think it just looks so cute. I think it's a really well-balanced card because you have all the balloons up at the top, and then it kind of like tapers in the middle and then goes back out at the bottom to say happy birthday. So let me measure this for you. This is a little bigger than a standard slimline because I did add that base, but this is about 7.5 inches by 3 3/4, but the base of the card itself is, or not the card itself, of the die itself is 7 1/4 inches by 3.5, and I'm pretty sure that's a standard slimline card. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think. So that's what the card looks like, and on the inside I just made a die cut from the outer die of the Star Slimline card set. See, that outer one cuts out just a plain rectangle, which is great to have for the inside of your cards, or the outside, both. And then I added a piece of or cut apart that says Make a Wish on the inside. So you can use that the rectangle separately, or just use the star part. The star die does cut out the edge, so you don't need that outer die to cut the edge of the star part. So isn't that a cute card? Let me measure Happy Birthday for you. I didn't measure any of these words, did I? So that's, birthday's about 2.5 inches side to side, and it's about, let's see, about 3/4 of an inch top to bottom. That's with the shadow. And yeah, I just kept it going with the gold. There's gold up here, and I added some gold for happy birthday, and I think it just looks really, really nice. Lots of textures, but it's still relatively flat besides the tape that I popped up for happy birthday. But yeah, and I used some teal tape that I got from, oh, where did I get that from? That is from, oh, Fanciful Chaos from Etsy. So yeah, those are my projects for today. I hope you like everything. Everything will be linked down below for your convenience. And if you do decide to place an order, please use my referral link and my coupon code, Strawberry Cream, and that really does help me out and my channel. So thank you so much, everybody who uses those. I can't tell you how much it means to me, really. So if you think it doesn't matter, it really does. So all right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back soon with more crafty videos. Until then, I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.